Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back. Today is August the 29th, 2022. We're going to talk about AMD today and how things aren't looking too good for the semiconductor space. Yeah, if you guys haven't realized, you guys may see a lot of articles about NVIDIA, AMD, Qualcomm, Micron. A lot of these other semiconductor businesses have taken a hit in their particular industry. I wanted to come in and talk about AMD today, though, and show you all how we have already known just by looking at the price chart that was already the case. We don't have to continually look at articles and try to figure out what are the reports, what is the data saying in terms of research as to why the semiconductor space is weak. You guys can see that this article right here from the street telling us exactly the same thing, how things aren't looking good for semiconductors. Really, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that when you just look at the stock chart for those companies right there. You guys see right there in front of you, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, Micron, and Qualcomm. It doesn't take a lot for us to figure that out. Now, the thing that I wanted to point it to you all in terms of this article is what so many people try to garner as information and how they base their analysis and what they think the stock is going to do going forward. Check this out. If you guys appreciate my videos and my content, hit that like button, and also subscribe here to the channel, because I am not your run-of-the-mill YouTube channel that comes out here and just pumps stocks all the time. I play both sides. So check this out. Going down to this article, right? Switch to a period of weakness. Really, switch. See, if you guys don't realize, when you come into the stock market, you cannot be biased in your direction as to what you think prices should do. There will be moments to where your original idea of where price is going to go does not pan out. You have to have that ability to know how to switch. If you see it on the chart, why are you being so hard-headed at not switching? The market is always speaking to us every day that we see market price moves. If it's continually going down, then you have to say, I need to change. This is what this article is going into. The chip makers were supposed to see at least a decade of strong sales. That outlook has changed considerably. Wow. Okay. Who originally said that they were supposed to see a decade of strong sales? Who's the person who even considered that? If you understand dynamics in the economy, there will always be something that you cannot think of that will impact sales and revenue of a company. So who in the world said that chip makers were supposed to have at least 10 years of strong sales? Because if you're going to go down that path, then you have to continually see indications that that is still on par. Because the moment that you don't see that happen, you need to go ahead and be like changing on a dime and say, all right, cool, that's not going to happen. Maybe I need to sell out my position in AMD, NVIDIA, Intel, Micron, Qualcomm, because the situation has dramatically changed. Now, look at this. We got a research firm, right? Gartner. They downgraded its forecast for the sector, almost halving expected revenue growth in 2022. I wonder what they were saying prior to this article being written. Were they the ones who said that the semiconductor space were supposed to see a decade of strong sales? Because now they're coming through and saying something totally different. And in 2023, you guys can see that Gartner warned, forget about growth. The Stanford, Connecticut research firm expects a 2.5% drop in the overall chip maker revenue. Now, why would he come through and start to say that now? Why? When all we have to do as individuals is look at the chart and say that, yeah, something definitely is changing into the market for semiconductors. Now, this is what Richard Gordon says, and I quote, although chip shortages are abating, the global semiconductor market is entering a period of weakness, which will persist through 2023 when semiconductor revenue is projected to decline 2.5%. You see how far they look at the business outlook for these companies? A year. But YouTubers want people to hold stocks for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. This research firm is only giving you an expectation of about a year out. It's amazing what these people do. All right, so that is it. Let's look at the chart though. I mean, like, come on, like for real. It doesn't take Gartner to tell me that semiconductors are in trouble. The market topped out in AMD all the way back here in November of last year. That's a fall of 44%, right? At the low, the market in AMD fell 55% from high already. So why do I need Gartner again? It doesn't take a lot for us to realize that something has changed, that you need to change your mentality, that you need to change your ideas to what you think price is going to do in the long term. I'm going to show you all the monthly chart real quick. But let me get to this first. Let's go ahead and cut this out because I did a video in AMD on the 13th of August. This is where the market was in AMD at that time. Okay, and I'm still looking for price to go up. We had opportunity, right? You guys can see it, to where we could have bagged some profitability into the market in AMD. I was still looking for that to occur, but the market obviously is not going up anymore. So rather than me being biased and saying that I'm going to buy the market in AMD, I'm looking for price to go up, I'm paying attention to what everyone else is saying. Everyone else in the market in AMD is saying, look, I'm trying to jump the market. That is why we've seen Nancy Pelosi's husband sell his NVIDIA stake. That is why Cathie Wood sold her NVIDIA stake. AMD also is going to do the same thing. Whoever is involved in AMD is also selling their positions. So we need to make sure we follow the majority of the market. So let's cut this out. Okay. So that, if you were to get the market now in AMD, that's only 5.86%. If we're going to see price go substantially lower, that would increase. Let's get out the way. So let me go ahead and move this area here. You know what? I'm going to keep it there. Now, you guys can tell this arrow here to the left of the chart, right? This is the gap. We haven't filled it yet. Are we still on course to see the market in AMD come down and fill this gap? A lot of people don't think so, but don't forget, I've had this arrow here on the chart for a while because I don't want you all to forget about it. Now let's look at the market in AMD on a monthly chart first, because we only have 2 days and 9 hours, right? Now, we have been stair-stepping our way down to lower prices. I want you all to see this. Right here, the month of AMD, price went down in April. May, price came up. June, price came down. July, price comes up. August, price is coming down. And it looked like the market has given a lot of opportunity to sell, right? We are seeing the same amount of volume on this monthly price bar, just like we saw last month, but this price bar spread is a lot smaller and is right here at this horizontal line, which I identified around 100. That is going to be important going forward, period. I don't care what Gartner says. I don't care what any YouTuber is trying to say. I don't even care what the CEO of AMD is going to say. As long as price in AMD trades below 100, we are going to see price continually come down. Now, price targets. I'm going to put that on the chart. First area is going to be right there around $85. My second area is going to be 80, and then my third area is going to be 74, 75. Okay, 85, 80, 76, 75. $76, $75. Okay, look at AMD on the 2 weeks. Again, it tells us that we still see some weakness into the market in AMD. I really don't think that the market is that bearish though, so I'm not really looking for the price come all the way down here to $74. But hey, given the long-term perspective, you have to be prepared for anything. Okay, so let me put this on the chart. We know price stays below $100. We know where we're going to go, period. We're going to go down. Okay, second thing, I can see the market in AMD trying to come to $88. That's only 3.5%. I can see that, but looking at this from a longer term perspective, I'm looking around 85. Okay, that's 6.92%. That's my first price target. My second one is down here around 80. That's 12.43. And then at the very bottom, of around 74. That's 19.3%. Okay, that is it. I am done. Now is your turn to tell us, what do you think? Okay, what do you think? Where we're gonna go? I'm done. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and as always, trade different.